All right. Okay. Good day of everyone. So today I'm going to show you the basics of SolidWorks. This video will cover from opening the SolidWorks software until we are able to draw from 2D and then convert it into 3D. So here you can see the UI of the SolidWorks. I already opened it because it will somehow take time to open it. So for those people who installed 2021 version of the SolidWorks, so this is how it will look like. Of course, if you happen to install 2022, so it will look at SolidWorks 2022. So once you open it, it will you will see an area like this, SolidWorks 2021. And so we are when if you want to start drawing, so here on the top left side of your UI you will see file and then click new. Once you click new, you will see three options to choose from. So first is part. It's a 3D representation of a single design component, meaning you have one component and then let's say you have at least two components and you want to assemble them. So you have to choose assembly, and drawing is actually the 2D version of your 3D uh, drawing. So since we are starting, you have to choose part. Okay. Okay, once uh, you open the part, you will see this UI. So before everything else, I want you to go here at the bottom right side of your screen. You will see the unit system. Usually here in Singapore, we are using metric. If you are staying in US, usually they use imperial, so IPS. So for this tutorial, we are going to use millimeters. Okay. All right. On the topmost part of your UI, you will see this tools, features, sketch, markup, evaluate. So in this tutorial, we are going to focus first on these two features, sketch and features. On the sketch, always remember that whenever you want to draw a 2D, you have to choose sketch. And inside the sketch are the tools that you can use to draw to start with. So you have line, you have rectangle, which you can make a square also. Obviously, you have circle, you have spline, ellipse, polygon, and straight slot. So in this tutorial, most probably we're going to use rectangle, circle, and line. Features. If you go to the features, so just remember, if you wanted to create a 3D version of the of your 2D, you have to go to features. So once you already draw your 2D and you wanted to convert it into 3D, use features. Okay, always remember that. So here, what we are going to use is extrude. So as you can see on the animation, extrude is um it's like extruding the 2D into 3D. Okay, so what this animation does is that it just shows you an instant 3D by dragging the handle to define its direction and extent. Okay, later you will see more detailed example. Okay, now whenever you want to start drawing in SolidWorks, you should always start from a plane. So here on the left side of your UI, you will see three planes that you can start from. So it doesn't matter which plane you are going to choose to start from. So it's either front plane, top plane, or right plane. So basically, this is actually imagining your part to be in sideway or front view. Sorry, not sideway. Side view, right view, and top view. Of course, you can also see your 2D to be in front view as well. So let's say, for example, I start from top plane. Usually, you can imagine this planes to be the land where you want to. It's like a blueprint of the house. So how or what shape your house you want it to be. It's just like that. Of course, so let's say for example, I choose top plane, and then I have to go to sketch. So from sketch, you will see the option to click sketch. So sketch is from the word itself, you are going to draw on a paper. It's just like that. So it's obviously 2D. Okay. You take note or you notice this sketch, right? If you know, once you click the sketch, you will see exit sketch. Meaning you are already in the sketch mode, and at the same time you will see the origin. So this red arrow pointing upwards and pointing right is the origin. Whenever you draw something, always start from origin. Okay. So for example, I going to draw a square. So if I draw a square, I just have to click on the origin one time, and then once I click another time, I'm going to release the rectangle. So right now I'm dragging it for the it's like an estimate or draft of how your rectangle you want it to be look like. Okay, so once I click one more time, it will release and then it will give you rectangle. Now what you need here is dimension. So you still don't have the dimension here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click smart dimension to put the dimension on one side and another side. Okay, so here you see the smart dimension here. You will notice that the color will also change from white to gray. So meaning you are already in smart dimension mode, meaning once you click on one line, it will automatically measure that. Okay. Of course, you will also notice the arrow to have an icon just like the smart dimension there. Okay. So for example, I click this line. So once I click this line, I can actually have a draft of where I'm going to put my dimension. Okay, either be on the bottom or on top. Okay, so if I choose top, then I will have to left click one more time, and then it will come out the actual dimension of it, the distance. So if I want to change, let's say 50, I have to press 50 on my keyboard, and then I have to accept. The accept is check, right? So I have the first dimension there. So here you can see my drawing to be under defined. So this is another feature that you have to take note. So always remember that whenever you draw, make sure that is always fully defined, meaning um, when it's underdefined, there are some sides of your drawing to have to have um, or meaning there's one side that needs to be measured. Okay, so let's say for example it's underdefined, right? If I move this or I drag this line, I can actually change it. Okay, so meaning if it's fully defined, you cannot change it anymore. So every side have a dimension. Okay, so if I put a dimension another on this side, I put 20, and then I save the current value. Now I already have 20. Right now, I'm still in that smart dimension mode. So if I want to go out from this mode, I just have to press escape on my keyboard. Okay. If I press escape, right now I'm already on my normal mode. Okay. Now, if I'm already satisfied with this dimension, so I am fully defined, meaning all the sides of my rectangle have the required dimensions, I can already save it. Okay, so if you click X here, meaning cancel, you are going to disregard or discard the changes on the sketch. So of course I want it to be saved, so I will have to cancel it. And here also, so before the sketch here is not present, so now once you click sketch and you started your first history, you will see the sketch here. So remember, all the history of your drawings, all the changes on your drawings will be here. So there will be a tree on how are you going to draw your component, meaning let's say for example you already draw at the bottom of one component, and then oh, next day you have to change something, then you just have to click on that portion of your drawing and then just edit the feature. All right, so now if I'm going to save the changes, I will click this, and then right now I already have the rectangle. Okay, if I want to change it to 3D, remember I have to go to features. So right now if I want to change it to 3D, I will click extrude. So from extrude, it will have a predefined height of your drawing. So right now it's 10. So if I want to change to 15, then I can change to 15. Okay, now you already have your first drawing. I'm going to stop the first tutorial on this video to make it short. So please, from this moment, you try to draw on yourself, and you can also stop and play so that you can follow the steps that I have done. So far, we have only created one history for your component. So on the next tutorial, we are going to cover how are we going to edit the the component if you want to edit. Okay.